Hey everybody, welcome back. Today I'm going to be bringing you another video, and the topic of this video is going to be a project gun that I set up recently. Now when it comes to firearms, firearm accessories, kit, and things like that, I definitely think practicality and function should take first place over everything else. Something like this AR that you see here, maybe your carry gun, I think those really should take first place before all other firearms. But with that said, it is also nice to set something up just for fun every now and then, and that was definitely the mindset with this project. So I know the suspense has got to be killing you by now, so let's go ahead and check it out. And here it is. So what we have here is a Henry single shot. Specifically, this is the model H015. This particular one is chambered in 357 and 38 special. I specifically chose that caliber because 38 special, even coming out of a carbine barrel like this, no matter what ammo you select, it is going to be subsonic. And the number one goal behind this little setup was just to make a ultra quiet little suppressor host that would be in a caliber that wouldn't be overly expensive or break the bank if you wanted to go out and shoot. It's paired with a good suppressor coming out of this 16-inch barrel, make this thing truly Hollywood quiet. So I'm just going to go over the setup kind of front to back and go over how I have it configured and also what we did to get it like this. So up front, I've got a Griffin Armament. This is a Revolution 9 suppressor. I do have it in the K configuration, which is a little bit shorter. It's still super quiet like this, and it cuts down on the overall length. I do have it mounted with a direct thread. This gun did start off with a 22-inch barrel, which is way too long for this, in my opinion. And so we had it cut down to 16 inches, had the barrel threaded, and we also had the front sight moved back, so they had to re-dovetail the barrel to put on that front sight. And I was also kind of surprised, after moving that sight back, we were still able to zero the factory iron sights. You had to pretty much max out the elevation on the back here, but you still could use these iron sights if you wanted to. It's also nice that they are tall enough to see over the suppressor, so I didn't really know if that would be the case, but it worked out nicely. Next, we have a little piece of Picatinny rail here on top. I bought this rail directly from Henry. Now, it was about 1.5 inches longer when I originally bought it. To mount it on here, you would have had to remove the rear sight. Instead of doing that, I just chose to chop this rail down a little bit since I knew I didn't need all that rail space anyway. Here on top, I've got a Holosun 507C. So I've got a little open emitter optic here. Not something I would really recommend normally on a rifle. Or really anything for that matter. Closed emitters, they really are the way. But I'll set up like this. It's just for fun, so this little red dot does just fine. As I mentioned, it is a single shot, so you can't really get it much more simple. Load in one round, cock the hammer and send it, and then repeat. Also, since it is a single shot, that's going to make it even quieter. All the gases are going to be going through the suppressor. You don't have any action noise, and all of that was by design, and one of the reasons I picked this Henry. Have a very cheap but functional sling. Also here on the back, I have a little butt cuff. 100% have this on here just for ammo, so it'll hold a couple extra shells there. Also has a bigger compartment, so you can put 1 or 2 boxes of ammo in there if you wanted. It is a single shot, so that means you're going to be loading a lot. So having a little bit of extra ammo on the side is just really convenient. And that's pretty much the setup front to back. It's nothing too crazy. It's definitely not going to be everybody's cup of tea. I will admit, this is definitely not the type of gun I'm normally interested in. This is much more my speed, and in my opinion, way more important. Way more important. Something like this every now and then is a whole lot of fun, and it is an absolute blast down on the range. You'll notice in the shooting footage, which I'll roll in at the end, the sound of the action shutting when I'm shooting this firearm is a little bit louder than the sound of the actual gunshot. When you shoot this thing at steel targets at a little bit of distance, let's say 100 yards or further, the time of flight from the bullet actually getting to the target, it's pretty ridiculous. It'll definitely put a smile on your face. So although this is definitely not the most practical gun, it is a whole lot of fun. Well, that about wraps it up for today's video. I hope y'all found the information helpful, or in this case, maybe just entertaining. If you're not already subscribed to the channel, I would really appreciate that. Also, if you would like to contact me directly for any reason, there's several ways you can do that. My email is down in the description. You can also contact me on Instagram and Facebook. And if you're not following me in those places, I would appreciate that as well. Stick around to the end of the video. I'm going to roll in a whole lot of shooting footage. Hopefully it will do justice to exactly how quiet this setup is, and you can check that out. As always, thanks for watching. See y'all next time. All right, we're here at 155 yards. I'm going to go ahead and send a couple rounds down range, one at a time, of course, and I'm going to put them on steel. Pretty ridiculously quiet if you listen to me slam the action, and now compare that to the actual gunshot. It's not that much different. All right, I'm here at the 100-yard line. I've got a steel plate at 25, 50, and 100. Going to shoot all three, starting with 25. Now 50. Now 100. All right, so I'm going to shoot my steel plate at 50 yards. This first round is just going to be a regular 38 special, like I've been shooting all along. But the second round is going to be a 357 Magnum. That's 38. Now this is a Federal 158 grain soft point 357 Magnum. So quite a bit more recoil, definitely a whole lot louder. Here at the shooter's ear, it's still really pleasant, still really quiet. You're just getting that subsonic crack going down range. I think I've got one more Magnum. I'm going to go ahead and shoot it at 100 yards. Shooting these faster Magnums at a longer distance, it's going to make it seem even louder because the bullet is going to have more time to crack before it actually makes it to the target. So this is 100 yards on steel with a Magnum. Noticeably louder here, but like I said, all of the noise is down there. Here, actually behind the gun, it's not that much louder than 38s. But let's go back to a 38 because that is the whole purpose of this gun, and frankly, it's just a lot more fun. Yeah, that's what we want.